Levi holds the halacha is that it has to be bent. You have to use kafaf. You have a kasha, the Mishnah says it has to be straight from Yom. And so Rabbi Levi paskins like Rabbi Yehuda, that it has to be bent from a brisa. But we have two kashas on this Gemara. Kasha number one is, what's the question on Rabbi Levi from the Rabbana? It's simple, he paskins like Rabbi Yehuda. What's the kasha? Paskins like Rabbi Yehuda. Kasha number two is, he holds like Rabbi Yehuda the brisa. And what's wrong with Rabbi Yehuda of the Mishnah? Why does he have to say Rabbi Yehuda the brisa? He could just say he holds like Rabbi Yehuda of the Mishnah. It's simple, keep it simple. Teretz is, in the Mishnah, there are two possibilities why Rabbi Yehuda argues on the Chachamim and say it has to be iron. Either he holds that straight is a better shape and just he holds that it's more important to have a zeicha for the Akedah than shape. Maybe zeicha is more important than shape. Who said that shape is manic earlier? Maybe zeicha is more important. Two, he holds that bent is better. Now we understand the Gemara's kasha on Rabbi Levi, and why he brings a brisa that shape is better and more important. Now we have a machlekes Rishonim regarding Rabbi Levi's halacha. The shofar has to be bent. So the Rosh paskins that bent is only lechatchila. But b'diavad you can use either one. You can use straight, you can use bent. But the Ran says ayal and yal are just examples. Taisus, right? It's the maskana Taisus. And flavdaf, you can really use anything. Just an example. Gemara uses a lot. Gemara gives Mishalom all the time. We have Shnayim Agsim Batalas, and it doesn't say Shnayim Agsim Bataxido, but we know that it's anything. Just an example. Talas is just an example. So the kasha is machlokes of straight or bent, l'chatchila or b'diavad. So Ran Paskin is only l'chatchila, and b'diavad you can use either one, which is like the Rush and Having of Taisus. And Ran summarizes three levels of a kosher shofar. One is that all shofars are kosher chutz mishel para, everything besides for a cow. And then he says level number two is l'chatchila, we blow with a bent kafaf, but b'diavad you can use any type of shofar. And number three is hitter mitzvah. And hitter mitzvah, the best way to do it is with an aisle, because of Akedah. And we see in the first paragraph of the Gemara talks about. And then the Ram goes on and he brings the Rambam. And the Rambam says that it has to be, you have to use a shofar from an aisle and it has to be bent. And even b'diavad, it's not a chatchila, he holds that it has to be bent and it has to be from an aisle. But the Ran doesn't like this. The Ran has two problems with this Rambam. Problem number one is, even if you say that the Mishnah is even b'diavad, the whole type of animal is just an example. So how can you say that it has to be this min? The whole, just an example. We hold that the whole aisle and yal are just examples. They don't have to be. That's the problem number one that the Ran has with this Rambam. Problem number two is, the Ran brings a proof. The machlokes of bent and straight is only l'chatchila. How can we say it has to be bent? It's just l'chatchila, but you can really use anything besides for power. So how could the Rambam start adding his own halachas? He starts making up his own stuff. The answer is, it must be, in order to answer this, we have to bring the following. Can we use in order to be Mekayim, the hitter mitzvah of Akedah, is it only with specifically a ram, or could it be also with a female sheep? Is it a din in the min, or is it a din in the specific gender exactly of how it was at the Akedah? So we have an answer that it must be that even a female sheep is also good for Hiddur Mitzvah, because we have a proof from the fact that a para. What does it say about para? It says that why are we not allowed to use para? Let's be shown para. Why para? Because para reminds us of the egel. But the egel wasn't para. The egel was an egel, not a para. The egel was a male, and a para is a female cow. The egel was a male calf. So we see that it's not really a din in the. There's a proof that's not really a din in the specific gender. It's a din in the entire min as a whole. So based on this, the Rambam holds that Yal is a female sheep. So if so, according to the Yarach, both proofs don't even start. How do we say there's no significance to Yal? Just an example. If you have a Zecher Terakeda from a female sheep, so you have a Zecher. So how can you say that it's just? How can you say it's just an example? So the reason Gemara ignored the Zecher is because it's not a machlokes. It's a requirement. The reason why the Gemara only talks about bent or straight, the Gemara doesn't mean argue. There's no machlokes in the Gemara about what type it is, because it's not an argument. Everybody holds you have to have a Zecher. A Zecher is a requirement of a shofar. But the only thing is that to be bent, it has to be straight. So in short, the reason Gemara ignored the Zecher of the Keda is because they both agree that it's a Zecher. And a Zecher is just as significant as the proper shape. It's more significant than the proper shape. And that's how it's all ends.